Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night. Today's reading is going to take a peek into your person's situation, what you're wondering about. We're going to get insight on what's going on towards you in general in their life, but it's only going to be what your person's higher self would like you to know to be helpful for you right now. So remember, this reading is timeless and collective. See what resonates, leave what doesn't. Remember that divine inner guidance is in you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the love oracle. Let's see what God, source, Holy Spirit, creative consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What would be the most helpful right now for the collective to know about the person they are thinking of or connecting to? Please and thank you. What is the energy right now of the collective's person? You got a dragonfly. They're figuring out how to do everything backwards, upside down, every which way. This is somebody learning how to multitask. This is somebody turning their light on, seeing something with the spiritual light, having big changes in their life, going through a process of healing and transition. And this is also somebody seeing things clearly. If something was maybe right in front of them before, they just weren't in the vibration or the desire, the mindset to see. Now, everything that was going on right around them, they see in a different light. They are recognizing truth. They are using their discernment to see where there is false energy and or masks or situations that really aren't there for their highest and greatest good. So this is somebody being a little more flexible, learning how to change, creating more changes in their life, but it's also this energy of finding out. So there might be something that has gone on in your person's world that they just weren't aware of before. And I feel like even the way they react to something, if they find out about something weird, even their reactions are now changing. Because they're seeing something in a different way. They're seeing possibilities rather than problems. The dragonfly's wings, you know, they all have their own separate situation that goes on. So the dragonfly can fly up and down and backwards, around. They're kind of amazing. It's an amazing little bug. So let's see what your person's energy is towards you right now. So towards you, they want to talk. They want to have more conversations. They enjoy your friendship. They enjoy that being around you, getting to conversate with you, just being in your energy, whether this is a deep conversation or nonchalant, how was your day kind of conversation, that they always feel better after talking to you. I feel like this is somebody who respects your opinion, values your wisdom. See, I got a little tickle in the throat. So there is something about communication. Maybe you need to open up, sit down and see something eye to eye, warm up a situation if it got cold. This is where somebody just savors being in your energy. It's kind of simple and beautiful. So right now, your person's energy is that they're hoping to talk to you. They're looking forward to talking to you. They're thinking about all the times being in your energy, like was a beautiful vibration and experience in their life. And I feel like this is somebody who wants more of that. I am also seeing with all of these changes and somebody being lighthearted, that it could have been somebody who typically had a kind of heavy approach to a situation. Or maybe even handled a lot. So maybe this is somebody doing some adjusting. So their schedule is lighter. The pressure they put upon themselves is even lighter. Feeling uplifted in friendship. This is really nice. Somebody's recognizing how you are the person they can call. I feel like this person actually has some good news. And I do feel like you're the first person they think of calling. I'm not sure what situation is going on. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe some of you are at a, you know, separation or a distance thing with your person. And maybe some of you talk to your person a couple times a day, texting back and forth, you know. And you're just sort of wondering how they're feeling. Maybe this is somebody who talks a lot with you, but maybe doesn't express how they feel. So everyone's situation's a little different. Let's ask about how they feel. How do they feel about the collective right now? What are their feelings and emotions saying towards the collective? That they're replaying something over and over. Maybe they're replaying a conversation. I feel like this is somebody who replays conversations that they've had with you or experiences they had with you over and over, trying to look at something. I'm even getting they try to see something in many different angles, not just with you, but in their life in general. This is somebody who is breaking out of a conditioning, an old way of thinking, an old cycle, replaying, you know, the same old record all the time. So, over your head, replaying events. I asked how they were feeling about you. I feel like they feel like you've introduced them to not just the internet, but like telepathy and stuff that is way beyond the beyond the technology of the cassette tape. I feel like you did open up somebody's mind and maybe somebody's heart. Maybe somebody had like kind of the same sort of scenarios with all of their relationships until they met you, or, you know, repeat patterns or cycles, expecting it to be like the last or only could be as good as this. I feel like you have like surpassed all of their expectations, and now they are not even knowing what to expect. Maybe starting to be a little more open that it can be better than what they've accepted, or settled on, or were replaying as an old narrative. I'm also seeing that there have been, because it says, like, I saw over their head. I feel like maybe some of you have had conversations where at first, maybe this person looked at you like you had 4 eyes or 4 wings and they did not know what you were talking about. Maybe it was just subjects they had never even heard of before. And at the time, maybe they were curious or, you know, confused, but I feel like they've gone and done some research or are suddenly figuring out like the gist of what you were trying to say. It's kind of interesting. Let's see what the environment is right now around your person. What is the environment? Ooh, okay, so the environment around your person right now is a little bit of this golden mirror energy. So with you, they have this beautiful, warm reflection of friendship. Maybe this golden mirror has to do with this old replaying situation. That's somebody very self-absorbed. I don't think this is your person. There's somebody who could be love bombing your person, you know, being a little extra promising everything, but not really delivering, not really having the substance behind the words. There's somebody who's, you know, kind of there's a one-sided relationship here. So there's a unrequited love. Maybe one person has feels for your person. They don't really have feels for them. I also feel like there's somebody really focused on their own desires, needs, goals, vision, image. That's sort of what I see. There's somebody around your person that's very, very focused on image. They want others to perceive them through that beautiful golden mirror. And that's really important. And I feel like that golden mirror is starting to look like that cassette player to your person. It kind of feels outdated, and it feels like not real gold. I'm not getting a lot of real value with that. I feel like it's sort of you're empty. So let's see what your person's higher self is recognizing or focused on at the moment. What is the focus of the collective's higher person's higher self? Ooh, that's a good place. So good job. You are a beautiful inspiration to this person, because they are not only figuring out how to maneuver situations, how to recognize fool's gold or people that are in their environment only for their own self-gain or self-image or whatever that is. And they're seeing the nuggets of pure wisdom. They're seeing truth. They're stepping into this energy of the phoenix, which means they have to recognize the ashes. They have to recognize what needs to be torn down, kind of like a tower energy, to build upon different. You know, it's like, I just think of those cassette tapes, how much space they used to take up. They could take up drawers, and all you have is like 50 different cassettes. So it's something taking up a lot of space, and there's something more divine in your connection here, or what you've at least shown them in life, where they can have all of this beautiful open space for positive flow of energy and abundance and love and experiences to come in their life, instead of holding on to that stuff that's kind of outdated and not really that interesting once you've played it, you know, 400,000 times over and over and over and over. Maybe there's a new song they like, you know, a new vibration they've never heard, a new style that they might be into. So I do feel like there's a brand new energy coming through, and it looks like this person's higher self wants you to know they're becoming a phoenix. That's pretty big. That's bigger than the butterfly. The phoenix is like a magical, amazing bird of fire. So that's passion. That's expansion. That's a different kind of spiritual frequency. That's huge soul growth. That's a tremendous energy. That's somebody ready for not another tape. They're ready for a new phase, a major change. This could be somebody wanting to rekindle. If some of you have distance between you and them, this is somebody that wants to rekindle it, and they want to introduce you to the new them, Phoenix rising 900,052 billion.0. You know, it's like, it's not even comparable to how they were feeling before. This is somebody who feels renewed, re-energized, recharged. You know, they're looking at everything different. They're seeing things with new clarity, new confidence. It's major transformation, growth, and somebody who's changed their mind. You know, maybe they were defending that tape, that favorite song, that situation, that golden mirror, what everyone else's opinions were, or who they wanted to be, because that's what they knew. But if there's been major changes here, maybe that happened conversation by conversation. Even you just inspiration by inspiration of who you are inspired them. There's somebody that totally changed their mind. There's somebody that sees something in a different way, you know, they maybe didn't recognize before. This is somebody desiring new growth and getting really excited about it, because once you tap into that phoenix energy, I mean, who wants to crawl around like a butterfly? I mean, at least they were right now at that dragonfly stage. They're figuring out how to maneuver, but what if they suddenly can teleport? It's like that kind of difference. It's cool to be the little helicopter and be able to go all around, but what if suddenly there was this spiritual energy? That's even bigger. That's an even bigger transformation. But transformation doesn't happen right away. transformation is a process. So let's continue. I want to go big. Let's get a message from the universe. But this message is going to be for you. So what message would be helpful for you to know right now? Please and thank you. What is a helpful message for the collective today? Your time is coming and everything is coming together. It is working out, whether it's just you being the beautiful catalyst for this person you're thinking and you stay friends and you've had your own sparkly changes in your life that are bringing you to your own special situation. It's everything is coming together for you, but you have to meet the universe halfway. Hold only. I saw you having a sunshine energy. Hold only a bright, happy vision of yourself with successful outcomes. And don't allow any fears or insecurities to stand in your way. That's the only thing that's going to get in your way, is you going back down to lack, or getting worried, or being over analytical, or sticking something in a box, or but the what ifs, or the it won't ever happen, or I don't deserve that, or it never works out, or this is too hard, or this is so complicated. All of that, it's okay. All of those thoughts are human. But when you notice it, redirect it, reprogram your own old, outdated thinking, and remember that you are a phoenix, you are amazeballs. You can handle anything that comes to you, and look at how far you've come and all the growth you have yet to do. But when you're in that beautiful process of continually elevating, things that were really roadblocks and really gotten you in your way before might still come through and get in your way, but you're figuring out how to teleport around them rather than just hop. It gets easier. And big moments that come in bring you the biggest spiritual growth. So let's get let's do this. I feel like I want to go mystery. So let's just get a few. What are some mystery messages to be helpful for the collective, but specifically connecting to their person's higher self? What would be helpful to know in this specific connection and situation, please and thank you? What would be helpful to know when it comes to the collective and their person? Well, that's very true. You can't change what you're not conscious of. So if you were never introduced to the internet, or, another means of getting music or information or whatever it is, and all you knew was an 8-track, all you knew was a cassette player, you never knew about this, how can you put on a CD? How can you put on the internet? But once you're introduced to it, once you see something right in front of you, once you face that fear or weird energies, you can't unsee it. And once you are willing to see something, that's when you can become conscious, have awareness of it, and that's where the changes start, because they start within. You can't change what you're not conscious of. So if there's anything even you have to change, when it becomes conscious and when you are aware of it, and when you start to recognize something needs to adapt here, change here, grow here, go here, it's coming in your life because it's time for that lesson. If you didn't notice it before, you probably weren't ready for the lesson. Same with anybody else. So be grateful for the lesson, pass the test, and move to the next phase. What else? Ooh, you got like a lot of big messages here. So boundaries create the framework for mutual respect. Maybe that's one of your lessons. Maybe that's something that you have become conscious of with your connection to this person, perhaps this is something your person is learning too. Recognizing boundaries. If somebody was, you know, a little narcissistic over here and only worried about themselves, maybe it's putting somebody, you know, in their place. Speaking up if something is not being graceful or gracious. This might be you too. If anybody overstepped anything that was a boundary, for you to stand up for yourself, recognize that Phoenix energy, how much you deserve, is just going to get you more respect. And if you are connecting to somebody that is really starting to move in a high vibration here, I do see a lot of changes and growth. But growth happens, you know, when it happens. So you're helping somebody else grow with you if you speak up about what does work or what doesn't work. But you also don't know what those boundaries are until you went through a weird situation and figured it out that that wasn't right for you. But once you figure that out, stick to it. There can always be adjustments that happen in a dynamic or a partnership depending on who is in it and how that interaction is. You still have to be flexible, but it's recognizing certain things that do work for you and don't be afraid to speak up. What else? What else would be helpful today? Please and thank you. I love this. Maybe your person has a beautiful laugh. Maybe you laugh together over coffee, on the phone. Maybe laughter is key. Laughter is such a beautiful energy to lighten something up. I'm kind of getting whoever you are thinking about, you get each other's humor. You get each other's humor. You kind of get each other's weird, and I feel like that's pretty beautiful. I'm almost seeing that you might have some inside jokes or situations that you know about and other people do. They're not conscious of the, you know, the ins and outs of why that is funny at all. And I don't know. I feel like it doesn't even matter if others don't get it, but I do feel like there might be some people confused about a specific dynamic that you get to have here and maybe somebody else didn't get to have. So let's see what else. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, you held only outright and happy visions of yourself. Also sent out beautiful, happy visions for something to work out for someone else. However it needs to be, you keep that open-ended and leave it in the hands of the universe and God, and that's how it works out right for everyone. You sit on the page you are on in your own beautiful personal power, your own vibration. True awareness, dreaming of what you could possibly build here. But you don't get stuck behind you, the pages you're already done with. You don't get overly stuck ahead because they actually haven't been written yet until you turn that page. But you still put that energy and vibration and beautiful prayer and vision out there. And then you allow it to be even bigger than maybe you thought. Once upon a time, every single moment you have is the start to that story that you can change whenever you want. You are the narrator of your story. You are the star of this beautiful book to which nobody in the world or universe has ever been in your shoes. Looked at something through your eyes, had the same laugh as you, the same experiences your soul has had, and moments of elevation you've already gone through and you still get to do. Because you're beautiful on your own. Even if you're sitting here and you are thinking about somebody else, it doesn't make you happy. That's not what brings the joy in your life. It's you filling up your own cup whatever you are, your beautiful laugh, your beautiful vibes, your beautiful strength, your beautiful choices, your beautiful conscious awareness, and what you haven't even discovered yet. It's all beautiful because it's yours. This could be somebody too worried about what somebody else has, and they need to actually look and put that reflection back into their own consciousness, their own choices, and see how beautiful they are, instead of being so worried about what everyone else believes. But that's also a lesson. I don't think that is yours. That might be a lesson for somebody else to handle around or have awareness of. But that's still a beautiful soul that's on a certain page. It's just not yours. And I don't think it's your person's either. Everything you've gone through for many, many, many lifetimes has gotten you to be right here, right now, on this beautiful page that you are on. So don't sit on that page too long, or hold on to someone too tight, or put a lid on the box of your dreams, or hold on too tight to what was, even if it was your favorite thing back then. It looks like you have the universe bringing you some pretty abundant new favorite things that you never even heard of in the future. So don't hold on too tight. Have that freedom, have that allowance, because that's when something can grow. That's when something can develop. That's when something can unfold and flow in a natural vibration. Let's get one more. I love these cards. They're so random and I never know what's going to come through. This loud silence. Sometimes silence is the loudest thing you can do. So if you have someone here hearing your laugh, wanting to talk, and it's been silent, maybe that silence is getting louder and louder for someone. Maybe that silence is very loud for you, and it's time to break the silence. For some of you, this is speaking up, and for some of you, I am kind of seeing that I'm kind of seeing a beautiful moment where I'm getting a totally different message. It's not about the gift of gab. It's not about the jibber jabber, or, you know, the things that you're replaying or talking about. It's the moments where you're just in somebody's energy. You just feel that vibe. You look in someone's eyes, and maybe that speaks louder than words. Maybe it's love that speaks louder than words. Maybe it's even laughter that breaks the silence. I do think laughter might be louder than words, because laughter is a vibe. Let's do some tarot. I don't think we even did that. Let's make this a little bit more, let's make it a little more organized. Like start throwing cards all over the place here. Okay, got this. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I sound like I'm talking to my dog. Okay. Let's go to the tarot. Which one? Did I bring an interesting one? Yeah, I did. Perfect. So let's get a little more clarity on, I'm going to ask specifically on some of these cards that came through in the mystery deck. So clarify for the collective, the loud silence. Let's go backwards. What is this loud silence about? Clarify loud silence. Please and thank you. What is this? The Five of Swords. Player one wins. The Knight's Battle. It's like somebody who hogged up the video game, or somebody that just wants to sit there. It's the narcissist energy, the golden mirror. Somebody's not even around recognizing what they won or their high score on a game. It's like they came to this video arcade with their friend and they got so wrapped up in their own situation, they didn't even recognize that their friend walked away. Or they didn't have the awareness that maybe they could have gone, because it says player 1. So it's like player 2 left the premises. Player 2 didn't even want to play with that, you know, poor sport anymore, because that is somebody who wants to win at all costs. They want to win so bad, sometimes more, so somebody else can lose. So their focus is on the other person not winning more than their own high score. That's usually somebody who plays mental mind games. They're not very, they don't play by the rules. They try to play with somebody's thoughts, steer them off course, get them confused, have them question themselves. Why do you want to grow into a phoenix? Why do you want to flip the page? Why are you going to switch from that old cassette when the cassette works perfectly fine and we have it all organized over here? Why would you change with something that works? That doesn't make any sense. What will they all think of you? You spent so much money on that collection, and every day the neighbors come over and they want to play those cassettes. What are they going to think if they're gone? It's like, it's so crazy. Like, what? They like make sense out of something that actually doesn't make much sense. So I do feel like there's just awareness that maybe something that made sense and somebody was like, you know, standing up for, actually they make no sense and they don't know what they're talking about, and their intentions are sourpuss energy. You know, it's somebody that is in their own mind. So maybe since you got loud silence, maybe there's silence going on with whoever that weird energy is. That could also be somebody in your life. You could also have a mirroring energy with who you're thinking about, and you got a sourpuss in your life. And do be aware that if anybody is just not a team player, maybe it's forfeiting, you know, being on that team and going where you can either play a good game by yourself or at least be with someone who plays by the rules or is there to support you and get you better. Because the better situation is this upside down. It's two people that want to get good at that video game, and they're like, I'm gonna beat you this time. And the other one's like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna win. But they play each other to get better because they're both pretty good, and to keep each other mentally sharp and beat the, you know, the score the next time. Not somebody that's gonna let somebody win so they feel better and it, you know, makes their golden mirror feel better. That's somebody that's just either, that could be a bass-ackwards mind game too. It could be somebody who gives everything to make that person, you know, feel like they're in their high platform, podium, whatever, and, you know, stroke their ego kind of thing, rather than somebody pushing somebody down. It can be the other way. It's mind games. This is usually somebody who's smart. They just don't have pure intentions. It's still a weird vibe. It's still kind of selfish energy, unless it's that way. And then it's two people that even after one wins or they don't win, or the game was weird or the game went well, they still laugh about it. They still remain friends. They still lift each other up, keep each other mentally sharp. They don't hold on to that high score so much and not like the other person or try to get something out of them, you know. So also the boundaries, I feel like this is playing by the rules, and I kind of feel like you got a rule breaker over there. I'm not sure what that is about, but let's clarify. Let's clarify who's breaking the rules, who's a sourpuss, who is playing for their own glory and not even recognizing the person they came with doesn't even want to be around them anymore. I kind of feel like that's the silence. Somebody doesn't even want to, they don't even want to fight. It's like, you're never going to win. It's never a win-win. It's always, you know, the someone getting their way. and that's also silence. So it's somebody that is figuring out in this beautiful moment of, I would say hanging upside down, but this person has already turned themselves around. They have the right ropes that are supporting them. This person has chosen to go on these like, they're like climbing ropes. This person's not hanging upside down. Are they smoking? Hold on, these cards are weird. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Oh yeah, they're totally taking a break. Ah, that's so funny. So this person is not like in a weird position. This person needed some silence. Whoever this is, whether that's you or someone else, this is somebody who got all their gears ready. They went out into the wilderness. They're like, I think I saw that weird cave over there. I'm going to go hang out a little bit and light up and have a moment to myself where I have my own silence and listen to my own echoes in the cave. Echo, 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 echo. You know? So they can hear their own voice come back, but maybe not someone else's. This is somebody who needed a moment, a pause, a break. They end up in that Phoenix energy because of this break. I feel like this is somebody who's put a lot of effort into having a moment by themselves. And this is also someone that had an inner awareness where this little pause, because it's recognizing in that pause what you sometimes have to give up. Recognize what you've been holding on too tight, what is outdated in your life, what is still valued, and what needs to change. Possibly have a conversation about boundaries here, and if there's nothing that changes, the only change that can happen is inside whoever this is. If somebody has conscious awareness that something needs to change and it doesn't, then that's not a lesson learned, and it's up to this person to stay or not. That's on whoever this is, whether this is you or someone else. But it's usually where somebody gets some spiritual elevation, illumination, and once they see this beautiful perspective or have that aha moment, you don't go back the same. You can't pretend it's not there when you pretty obviously see something is there. I really like that card. I never noticed. It's so tiny. Can you see it? I can't see the camera there. Look at, I mean, the person doesn't look like they're having a hard time upside down. They kind of look like they're having a beautiful moment watching that sunset, looking at that beautiful reflection there. But they eventually have to come up. You can't stay there hanging forever. It looks like it is kind of cold out. So eventually you have to, you know, use those ropes, get yourself back up and go, you know, back to where you woke up. Oh, beautiful. You have Temperance. Hi, Rose. I love that this just came through. Look at this person doing yoga. This is where you find, it's that first thing that came through. It's adjustments. It's getting rid of the impurities in your life. You keep the real gold and you balance as above, so below. You're grounded. You're reaching, you know, for something that's not there. You're open. It's the balance between divine masculine, divine feminine, what you put energy into and what you allow in. It's like, what is that? It's like yin yoga, where you just kind of settle into those positions, and, you know, the yoga that's more active. It did say you have to meet the universe halfway. So it's a little allowing something in, and it's a little of pursuing. Maybe that's also what somebody else is learning. Temperance is a Sagittarius energy. It's finding balance within every situation. Balance around weird energies, balance around beautiful energies, balance within certain days that are full of laughter, and balance around days when you just want to break, want to hang out by yourself, and you know, balance when there's huge transformation going on in your life, and or cleaning out the clutter in the weird drawer and getting rid of stuff. And that's a lot of organization. That can be stressful, and that can change how you're balancing. It's having that center point through all of that. What's at the bottom? Oh, I like this. You're on the roller coaster. But this could be somebody getting off of the weird roller coaster, you know, or somebody forced them on that thing and they don't like it, makes their stomach turn and they don't find it fun at all. Up and down, in and out, all over the place. Or this could be that 8 of Wands, where somebody just wants to get on that ride, whatever it is. Maybe you don't like roller coasters. I do. Where you want to run around and get on again. But with that roller coaster energy, it's like that buildup. You know something's coming. You know something's going to change. You know that you're going in a certain direction. You know, you're prepared. You got your gear here. You got your seatbelt on here. You're getting ready. You know what's coming. And when you get to the top, you can't do anything. You just got to let go and let God. And then it all comes. So don't be like a deer in headlights. Try to enjoy the ride. Whatever twist and turn you are on, whatever up and down you are in, you are protected. It looks like you have somebody pretty fun by your side. You do have one person here that looks like they don't. They're like, you said this was going to be fun, man. And this person's like, it is fun, it is fun, it is fun. So that's the dichotomy. You might be with somebody who enjoys something exactly opposite of you. So, you know, maybe the merry-go-round's a little too boring. The roller coaster's a little too much. Maybe you each go on your own thing a little bit, but maybe you find something kind of perfect. But you got to find out what that is. When something happens really fast and comes in all at once, sometimes you just have to go with it. You know, track by track, curve by curve, loop by loop. And, you know, sometimes when something stops, you get the chance to redirect. So I think that is the reading. I hope that was helpful for you. We started off on a what your person is doing reading, and I love how this kind of redirected itself to something helpful for you. So with this, I bid you adieu. I hope this was helpful. I love you so much. I look forward to seeing you mañana, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. Bye.